Hi, this is Roland Jean Charles from PMI JCM Realty Group, where we manage properties from an asset management perspective. Do you have properties in the Tampa metro area? Do you live far away from your properties? There's a lot of people who own properties that are far away from them, right? Whether you are 50 miles away, whether you're 100 miles away, managing properties when you're far away from them is not that difficult. Sometimes you think it's more difficult than it really is. So the topic that I'm going to talk about today is you really don't have to live in Tampa to manage your real estate property here. And this can apply to anywhere your property is. Most of the time, people from up north, in New York, in Canada, these different places that have the colder weather, they tend to own properties in the sunnier states, right? And so they like to, use that property sometimes. Maybe they bought the property in the past because in the future they plan to retire there, right? And they want to build some equity while, getting some residual income during that time. And so what we really want to do today is we want to discuss with you some tips of how you can successfully own a property, manage a property, even if you are far away from that property, and still make some good residual income and a great and a great return on your investment. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk to you about, what you really want to do is you want to get a property manager. Now, that property manager does not have to be me, right? You can get any property manager you like. But when you are far away from your property, and if you don't have all the tools in place to manage that property yourself from a distance, the best thing you want to do is to start with a rental property management partner. First thing that's going to do is going to give you eyes on the ground, right? Someone that's closer to the property, that can get to the property a lot quicker than you can, particularly if you live in the northern state, like New York, or if you live out of the country, in Canada, right? I have clients that live in China and Dominican Republic. So, to get to their property out in Tampa, it's not going to be quick. And it takes a lot of coordination and it costs a lot of money, right? So they really on me to make sure that their property is in a good condition, make sure that, the tenants are paying their rent, and make sure all the maintenance are being taken care of. And I've built the kind of relationships and the connections within the community to be able to do that successfully. And so you want to find a property manager that can be your eyes and ears on the ground, because that's going to be the easiest and the simplest way for you to manage your property from a distance, right? Outsource it, right? And so you don't have to worry about it moving forward, but you can still get that ROI, right? And the return on your investment. And some people think, the 10% that you pay, or maybe the 12% that you pay, is a high cost. What's more expensive is having a $200,000, $300,000 asset not giving you any revenue while you're paying a mortgage, or having a tenant in the property that is not paying their rent, or some other damaging construct, something that may happen to the property and you can't do anything about it because you're so far away. So outsourcing it and having a property management partner is what you want to look at doing first. So that's the first tip. If you are not ready to get a rental property management partner, we do have articles that talk to you about different aspects of property management and how you can do that well on your own, right? First thing you want to do is get automated, right? You want to make sure that whether you're sleeping, whether you're awake, things in your business is as automated as possible, right? With all the technology that you have available to you today, right? You need to make sure that when inspections are required for the property, that you get a notification, right? And if you can get this set up, have an inspection done without you having to go out and do it yourself, right? That's going to save you money on traveling. And if you want more information on how to have inspection done without you having to go out there and do it yourself, contact me, because I can show you how to get that done. And I'm not talking about the purchase inspections that you do. There are special types of inspections that you can do for the property, particularly rental properties, to make sure that it's in good condition and I can get you the information that you need. You don't have to hire me to get this information. This is information that I do give out for free, but it's beyond the scope of this discussion. So I'm not going to get into it right now, but definitely it's something I can help you with. And you need to make sure that you get that automated and other aspects of your property management business automated as well, particularly if you're going to be um, doing the property management from a long distance, right? So you want to have, walkthroughs. You want to make sure that that's done automated, right? Installing smart home technology, right? Offering digital payment channels. All those things are going to help in making sure that your property is properly managed while making sure that you don't have to be on site or even within the state to do so. The next tip that I want to give you is make sure you develop strong contractor relationships, right? You're going to need contractors to do a variety of things. And me as a property manager, I'm telling you, I'm no good with a hammer. That's not what I do. That's not my skill set. But I understand what needs to be done, and I make sure that the right people are in place to do it. And if you're going to be managing your properties yourself, particularly if you're managing your properties remotely, you need to make sure that you understand the contractors that you have working for you. And I can show you how to leverage other resources within the area your property is in to always get the right contractor, right? You don't have to hope and wish and pray that the person that you're hiring is going to be able to do the job, right? And since it's beyond the scope of this conversation, I can't get into it right now. However, I can definitely provide you guidance on how to identify and hire good contractors that are going to be able to provide you great work so that whenever you need something done, they're able to get it done for you and really streamline the maintenance process so that you can get it done remotely. So make sure you take the time to develop those strong contractor relationships and networking relationships within where your property is so that you can call on those individuals to do work on your leaky faucets or repair broken windows or any other issues that needs to be done for the property. Next, you want to choose trustworthy renters, right? Now, there's no shortcut to choosing good renters, right? You're going to have to screen them properly, and then you're going to have to make sure that you follow up and do your due diligence on their background, their income, and you got to contact those references, right? So you're going to have to do that no matter what you do. But you should also leverage state-of-the-art screening systems because that's going to help you collect the information. It's going to help you process the applications quicker. And then, once you process the application, then you can do a follow-up on the back end and make sure that all the information is correct before you provide them access to your property. And you can do all of that remotely. And I can talk to you about different systems that you can deploy to make sure that's done properly. The next tip is to get to know your neighbors. You may not be in town a lot, but when you are in town, maybe you want to bring some cookies to your neighbors and talk to them and make sure that they understand who you are and you understand who they are. And if there's any issues with the property, they'll be sure to give you a call or contact you to help you out to make sure that your property is not going into disrepair. So those are the 5 tips that you should know. You should take notes on if you plan on managing your properties remotely, right? The first thing you should think about doing is, get a rental property management partner. If you're not ready for that, or if you think it's too expensive, you don't want to pay the 10%, that's okay. You should get an automated system with every engagement. That's going to help streamline your business. Develop a strong contractor relationship because if there are any maintenance issues that come up, you'll be able to get someone to take care of it. Make sure you're choosing trustworthy renters and you can use a state-of-the-art property management system to do that and get to know your neighbors. Just just being neighborly, right? Reaching out to your neighbors and contact them, making sure they know you, they have your number, and you have theirs, can definitely help a lot. If you're outside of Tampa but want to explore incredible investment opportunities here, contact us. I get different properties that come across my desk all the time. I just had a 252 unit property that an investor's trying to sell in the uptown area, which is an up and coming area that has great opportunity zone. Um, and that's great because it's in the opportunity zone, so you can get a great investment and a return and tax benefits as well. So contact us. I can definitely help identify those properties for you. And I know 252 properties is not for everyone, but we also have duplexes, single family residential homes that come across our desk, and we would be more than happy to share that information with anyone who would like to get more details on those properties. And so we can help you find great properties as well as assist with managing many facets that come up if that's what you're looking for. Make the most of the passive revenue and let us do the heavy lifting right here in Tampa. It's always our goal to keep you up to date on the latest trends in the Tampa metro area. If this remote rental property management topic is helpful and you'd like to explore more about the next steps, please sign up for our free webinar. Um, this free webinar, you don't want to miss it. How to streamline your rental property portfolio for maximum growth. It's a hot topic. It's one of those topics. I'll talk about these types of tips here, but also I have a lot more tips on how to guarantee the rent even if the tenant doesn't pay, how to do your tenant screening. I'm not going in depth about that. How to show the property without having to go to the property securely. So I touch on so many different topics. It's going to be mind blowing, and it's all free. And you can take the information and you can start implementing right away. It's a no brainer. Just go in there, listen for an hour. You don't want to miss it. You can join the ranks of our Facebook group as well and connect with like-minded rental property owners, both local and beyond. We can discuss new ideas and address ongoing challenges for other salaried property owners. And should you have more detailed questions that require tailored response, schedule an official meeting on my calendar. And all my information is within the links in the article, but you also will find it posted below as well. You can contact me directly, rcharles at pmijcmrealty.com. You can also call me at 813-333-9617. And you can also reach out to me by going to my website at pmijcmrealty.com. Thank you and have a great day.